In this demo, I'm going to show you how to use Vagrant. First, you need to go to the website vagrantup.com and you need to go to Downloads. Here you can download the Vagrant version for Mac OS X, for Windows, or for Linux. You also need to download VirtualBox. You can download VirtualBox at virtualbox.org. You can download VirtualBox 5 and you need to install this as well. There's a version for Windows, for Mac OS X, and for Linux again. Once you have downloaded VirtualBox and Vagrant, and once you have installed it, it's a very simple installer, you just go next, next, and finish. Then you can use Vagrant in the terminal of Mac OS X or in the Linux terminal or with cmd.exe in Windows. Here I just opened a Mac OS X terminal and you can create a new directory using mk directory. Same in Windows or in Linux. I'm going to create Vagrant project. I'm going to go in this project and I'm going to use the vagrant command to initialize an Ubuntu trusty 64. So this command placed a vagrant file in this directory and now we can do vagrant up. You see on my machine I don't have to download the Ubuntu basebox. On your machine you probably need to still download Ubuntu trusty 64 basebox before this will install. It will also install the guest additions. So now the Vagrant box is ready and we can type Vagrant SSH to SSH into our new machine. And this is Ubuntu Trusty that we are now logged in. I will just exit again. If you are finished working on this machine, you can easily shut it down using Vagrant halt. Vagrant halt will not remove the box files. Only Vagrant destroy will do that. So now the VM is shut down, but I can still start it again. Vagrant destroy will also delete all the files. Vagrant destroy will not remove my Vagrant file. I can still open the Vagrant file and edit it. You see here that the box is Ubuntu Trusty 64. What I'm going to do next is to install a web server using our config VM provision. This will execute a shell script. We can add a shell script inline or we can have a file in our project directory. These two lines will update and install Apache 2. A web server. I will also forward a port. On the guest, port 80 will be available on the host at port 8080. I will save this file and then I will type vagrant up again. It will again build the machine and add the guest additions. You see that it is now running apt-get update and next it is running apt-get install Apache 2. And if we do curl localhost 8080, we can see that Apache 2 is now installed. Using our browser, you can also see the main page. This is something that will happen very often. Someone will supply you with a Vagrant box and then you can just go to a URL to then access an application. You can also use Vagrant suspend to suspend your machine and then it will save a state. It is exactly the same as suspending a VirtualBox. This concludes the Vagrant demo. If you still have any questions or comments, then use the discussion forums to ask a question.